world loves a man that it can handle. There is a kind of man that the age can work with. He is offended on command. He is flattered on command. He is distracted on command, shamed on command, purchased with praise, managed with fear, led around by appetite like a sled dog with a smartphone addiction. He may have opinions, very loud ones. He may even call himself dangerous, which is usually a sign that he is about as dangerous as a decorative sword from a mall kiosk. But he is manageable. Give him a little praise and he'll soften. Give him a little sexual bait and he'll wander. Give him a little social pressure and he will apologize for things God commanded. Give him a little fear and he will trade obedience for safety. Give him a little platform and he will forget his post entirely. Paul says, if I were still trying to please man, I would not be a servant of Jesus Christ. That's a hard line, folks. Not vague, not squishy. A man cannot make human approval his Lord and still claim to be governed by Jesus Christ. The man they can handle is not always weak in obvious ways. Sometimes he's strong in public and soft in private. Sometimes he's loud online, silent at home. Sometimes he rebukes the culture but cannot confess sin to his wife. Sometimes he lectures boys on courage while being terrified of one awkward conversation with an elder. A handled man is any man whose obedience can be interrupted by the right pressure. Maybe flattery handles him. He becomes whatever people admire. Maybe fear handles him. He avoids whatever might cost him. Maybe lust handles him. His convictions last until the screens glow. Maybe comfort handles him. He can stand for truth unless standing requires any amount of inconvenience, early mornings, disciplined spending, hard labor, apology, or the tragic loss of uninterrupted snack access. Maybe bitterness handles him. He becomes easy to steer because he is always looking for permission to be angry. This is how the world domesticates men. It does not always put chains around their wrists. Sometimes it puts cushions under the conscience. Christian men must become difficult to manipulate because they are already under orders. This does not mean becoming stubborn, doesn't mean becoming rude, doesn't mean becoming suspicious or impossible. A fool can be impossible. A goat can be impossible. A shopping cart with one bad wheel can be impossible. That is not holiness. The goal is not to become unteachable. The goal is to become unpurchasable. A servant of Christ can be corrected. He cannot be bribed. He can be persuaded by Scripture, but not seduced by applause. He can admit fault, but not surrender truth to make the room more comfortable for everybody. So ask yourself, what handles are sticking out of my soul? Where can the age grab me? Where can my flesh steer me? Where can praise buy me? Where can shame silence me? Where can fear make me smaller than obedience requires? And then take those handles to the Lord and start allowing Him to cut them off. Confess the sin, name the pressure, build the habit, tell the truth earlier, say no faster, ask for help, for the leash tightens. The Christian man does not need to be impressive. He needs to be faithful. And faithful men are wonderfully inconvenient to the machine of compromise. Be correctable before God, but unmanageable by the age. Stand your post.